Hello everyone, good morning. I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so in the last lecture, we had completed the second method in interpolation theory, that is Newton's backward difference formula. Okay, and here its procedure is given that the one formula for Newton backward difference interpolation, it's table. Okay, first we'll prepare the table for any data, and then after we'll use this below value in each column. Okay. uh, and we'll replace this all the value in this formula, then we'll solve it and we can find the required answer. Okay, so these are the few examples that we had completed in this last lecture. Okay, first we'll prepare the table, and then after consider the p as a x minus xn upon h. Okay, and then after write a formula for Newton backward interpolation, that is lambda square yn, then after lambda cube yn, and so on. And then it replace this value, okay, in this formula, and then after solve it, we can find the required intermediate value. After second one, that is a diameter example, is given the area of circle, and here we also calculate its error in this last lecture. If we have exact answer of the given mathematical model, then by using this formula, okay, error is equal to exact minus approximate answer, we can check it error. Okay, how many error lies in this answer of interpolation. Okay, that is approximate answer, because we cannot find any exact answer in the numerical analysis method. Okay, so this is the approximate answer, and now exact answer by using the area of circle, that is the standard formula of area of circle pi r square, and we can find the exact answer for any radius. Okay, so then after here we get the error is equal to 6.9853. That error lies in this approximate answer. A simple formula is there. Error is equal to mode of exact answer minus approximate. And then after third one, the two values are given that, okay, 18951930, and to identify the populations for the year 1895 and 1930. Okay, so for this table we'll use this both formula to predict the answer. In the first case, we'll apply the Newton forward interpolation formula, and then after in the second case, we'll apply the Newton backward interpolation formula. 1895 is nearer to starting of the table. Okay, so to predict the suitable answer of the for the year 1895, here we'll use the Newton forward interpolation, and to predict the answer of 1930, okay, to find its suitable answer, we'll apply the Newton backward interpolation formula. Okay, so this answer by using Newton backward interpolation formula, and after we had also completed this one clear, and some more example we had discussed in this last lecture. Okay, so now today we'll start the next method of the interpolation theory, that is the Lagrange interpolation formula. Okay, the Newton forward and Newton backward are used for equally spaced data. Okay, the argument of x, if it is equally spaced, and you can verify all this data in this each and every example. The data are equally spaced, 140, then after 150, 160, 170, 180, and so on. Okay, so this data are equally spaced. Here difference between two consecutive term, okay, in this x, that is the same. Clear? The difference between 150 to 140, 160 to 150, 170 to 160, it's a 10 year. Okay, so that is called equally spaced data. Clear? So now we can also identify intermediate value. Okay, the answer of intermediate value for unequally spaced data. Okay, so first method to predict that answer, is the Lagrange interpolation formula. Okay, so first we'll define this formula, okay, for this 4 value, and then after we'll use this formula to predict the answer for unequally spaced data. Okay, right now this x0, x1, x2, x3 are unequally spaced. For example, you can consider here 1, then after 5, 7, and 11. Okay, so now check the difference. Here difference between 1 to 5, that is a 4. Okay, difference between 5 to 7, that is a 2, and difference between 7 to 11, that is the 4. Okay, so here it is not equal. Okay, it is unequally spaced data. So now we have to predict the answer of 1.7. Okay, so here we cannot apply the Newton forward as well as Newton backward interpolation formula because this data are unequally spaced data. Okay, so how we can solve the intermediate value for unequally spaced data? Okay, so you can apply the Lagrange interpolation formula. Otherwise, you can apply the Newton divided difference formula that we'll discuss later. So let us take this first method, okay, to predict the answer for unequally spaced data. Okay, that is this word is important. If the method is not mentioned in this example, okay, in question, then first you have to check this argument x. If it is equally spaced data, okay, then you can apply Newton forward and Newton backward, and then after check the value. If it is nearer to starting of the interval, then you can apply Newton forward, and if it is nearer to ending of the interval, then you can apply the Newton backward. Okay, and if it is unequally spaced data, and to predict the answer for the intermediate value, you have the two choice for that. One is the Lagrange interpolation formula, and second is a Newton divided difference formula. Okay, so let us start this first method for unequally spaced data. We have this type of data in this example x, that is x0, x1, x2, x3. This data are unequally spaced data. Okay, and this corresponding value, that is y0, y1, y2, y3, and so on. Okay, that is also mentioned in this form x0, y0, then after x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, and so on. Okay, that is the point system. Otherwise, it is mentioned in this tabulated form xy, x0, x1, x2, x3, and its corresponding value y0, y1, y2, y3, where x0, x1, x2, x3 are unequally spaced value. Okay, and now we'll first check this formula to predict the answer. Okay, so how many datas are given? That there are 4 values are given. Okay, x0 to y0, x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, and so on. So first we'll define the formula for the x0, y0. Okay, first we'll define the formula for this first part. And how we can define the formula for the first part? So y is equal to fx is equal to, okay, this first term, it is the formula for x0, y0. And how we can create this? Here the unknown x that you have to predict. Okay, so use it from this question. So that is the x that is already mentioned in this example. We find the f of 1.7, 1.5, and so on. So that will be our x. Okay, so in this numerator term, we'll skip the x0. Okay, we'll skip the x0, and how many remaining values in this table? That is x1, x2, x3. Okay, we'll skip the x0. Okay, and remaining values, that here x1, x2, x3. So subtract the x1, x2, x3 from the x. So it will be x minus x1, x minus x2, x minus x3. ठीक है, फर्स्ट टर्म में x0 स्किप करना है और रिमेनिंग कितने वैल्यूज है? x1, x2, x3. तो x1, x2, x3 को x में से सबट्रैक्ट करना है. ठीक है, so x minus x1, x minus x2, x minus x3, and now in denominator we'll use now x0. Okay, so in place of this x, okay, replace the x0 value. So it will be x0 minus x1, x0 minus x2, and x0 minus x3 into the function value that we have y0. Again, I repeat that first term, okay, that you have to define for x0, y0 value. The first value are given in this table. So how we can define this formula? Okay, use the x, that is unknown value, that you have to predict by using this formula. So x minus x1, x minus x2, x minus x3. Okay, you have to skip the x0 in numerator now, and now use this x0, okay, in place of this x. So it will be x0 minus x1, x0 minus x2, x0 minus x3 into the y0. Clear? That is for the first term x0, y0. And now the second part, okay, second step, that is for x1, y1. We have to predict the formula for x1, y1. So how we can define this? So in this second term, that is x1, y1 data is there. So in numerator, we'll skip the x1. Okay, and subtract the remaining three variable. Remaining three values we have x0, x1, x0, x2, and x3. So subtract this three value from the x. So it will be x minus x0, x minus x2, and x minus x3. Okay, and now in denominator use x1 now. Okay, and replace this x1 in place of the x. So it will be x1 minus x0, x1 minus x2, and x1 minus x3 into the function value, that is we have a y1. Okay, that second step is for the x1 y1. Okay, and now third term, that is for x2 y2. Okay, third term, that is for x2 y2. So it will be, now skip the x2, okay, in numerator, and subtract the remaining three. Okay, remaining three, that we have x0, x1, and x3 from the x. So it will be x minus x0, x minus x1, x minus x3. Okay, and denominator, now use the x2 in place of x. So replace the x2 in place of x. So it will be x2 minus x0, x2 minus x1, and x2 minus x3 into the function value that we have of y2. Okay, and now last term, that is for x3 y3. Okay, so skip the x3 value in this numerator and subtract the remaining three that we have x0, x1, x2. Okay, from the x. So it will be x minus x0, x minus x1, and x minus x2. And now use the x3 in place of x. So it will be x3 minus x0, x3 minus x1, and x3 minus x2 into the function value that we have here y3. Okay, so this formula is for this four value. If it is given a three value in this table, for example, we have x0, x1, x2. Okay, and here we have y0, y1, y2. Okay, then this formula will be changed. Okay, it involve only two bracket there, x0, x1, x0, x2. There is no x3 is given there, so we'll skip this term. Okay, and this formula involve the three step only. Okay, three term only. So is it clear, this formula? Have you any query, any doubt in this pattern? इज ए सिंपल वन दैट. ओके, फर्स्ट टर्म आपको कैसे क्रिएट करनी है, ठीक है, एक्स जीरो वाई के लिए और टर्म डिफाइन करनी है. ठीक है, सो एक्स जीरो को है ना न्यूमिनेटर में स्किप करना है. ठीक है, उसको यूज नहीं करना है. क्लियर. सो रिमेनिंग कितने वेरिएबल है टेबल में, दैट इज x1 x2 x3. रिमेनिंग कितनी वैल्यू, तीन वैल्यू है. ठीक है, तो उस तीन वैल्यू को x में से सब्ट्रैक्ट करनी है. ठीक है, सो x माइनस x1, x माइनस x2, x माइनस x3. ठीक है, अब डिनोमीटर में सिंपल है, जस्ट x जो आपने यहाँ पे लिखा है वहां पे x0 से रिप्लेस करना है. ठीक है, बाकी सब एज इट इज है. x0 minus x1, x0 minus x2, x0 minus x3, और मल्टीप्लाई में आएगा फंक्शन वैल्यू, दैट इज y0. क्लियर. एंड रिपीट दिस पैटर्न टू द सेकंड पार्ट. सेकंड पार्ट वी हैव टू डिराइव फॉर x1 y1. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे हमने x0 को स्किप किया था, यहाँ पे x1 को स्किप करना है. ठीक है, तो रिमेनिंग कौन से वेरिएबल बचे, दैट इज x0, x2, x3. ठीक है, तो उसको x में से सब्ट्रैक्ट करना है. तो x माइनस x0, x माइनस x2, यहाँ पे हमने x1 यूज नहीं किया. ठीक है, एंड x माइनस x3. अब x1 को रिप्लेस करना है x के साथ. ठीक है, तो x1 माइनस x0, x1 माइनस x2, x1 माइनस x3 into the function value, that is a y1. Okay, and now third term, it is for x2. Okay, so skip the x2, okay, in this numerator. So and remaining three, that we have x0, x1, and x3, so subtract it from the x. So it will be x minus x0, x minus x1, and x minus x3. Okay, and now use the x2 in place of the x. So that x2 minus x0, x2 minus x1, x2 minus x3 into the function value, that is y. और लास्ट में x3 को स्किप करना है, तो रिमेनिंग वेरिएबल, दैट इज x0, x1, x2. सो दैट x minus x0, x minus x1, x minus x2, एंड डिनोमीटर में x3 को रिप्लेस करना है. ठीक है, x के साथ. सो x3 minus x0, x3 minus x1, x3 minus x2 into the function value, that is a y3. Okay, that formula is for this four value. Skip, okay, in this form. So is it clear to all? Have you any query, any doubt in this form? समझ में आ गया सबको फॉर्मूला? ठीक है, फॉर्मूला जब यूज करना है, कोई भी टेबल प्रिपेयर नहीं करना है इसमें. ठीक है, just we consider the x first. Okay, which value we have to predict, that is our x, and then after define this formula first and replace the value from this table. Okay, ये table भी questions में होगा कि which type of value are given there. Yeah, is it clear to all? Have you any query, any doubt? Drumil, Dev, Pranav, Prince, Priyans, Tulsi, is it clear? Okay, good. So Let's use this formula for this first example. Compute the f of 9.2 by using the Lagrange interpolation method from the following data. Okay, here it is 9.2 is given that, and if it is here method is already mentioned, we'll use the Lagrange interpolation method. But if it is not given in this question, okay, if it is not given in this question, then you have to check that first, okay, which method is suitable, okay, which method is suitable for this data. Okay, so first we'll check this value x, and if it is equally spaced data, okay, if it is equally spaced data, then we can apply the Newton forward, otherwise Newton backward. Okay, so here right now the data is 9, 9.5. So difference of 9 and 9.5, that is a 0.5, and difference of 9.5 to 11. Okay, difference of 9.5 to 11, that is equal to a 1.5. Okay, so here a difference are not equal. Clear? There is a 0.5 here, it is a 1.5. Okay, so it is not the same. If we consider here 10, okay, in place of 11, if I use the 10 here, okay, 1 0. So now you will get a same difference, okay, 0.5, then after 0.5 and so on. Okay, so here you can apply the Newton forward interpolations formula to predict the answer, because 9.2 it is nearer to starting of the table. Okay, but right now it is given 11 that, so it is not equally spaced data, it is unequally spaced data. So we can apply the Lagrange interpolations, otherwise Newton divided difference formula. Okay, so here we'll apply the Lagrange interpolations to predict the answer. The three value are given that, okay, x0, x1, x2, and y0, y1, y2. Okay, so first we'll derive this formula. ठीक है, ये formula आपको वहां पे बनानी है, ठीक है, डिफाइन करनी है, बाद में जो वैल्यू इसमें दी गई है वो रिप्लेस करनी है. ठीक है, so how we can define this formula? Okay, x0, x1, x2, that is given. Similarly y0, y1, y2, okay, the corresponding value. This data are given in this example. Okay, three value are given, 9, 9.5, 11. This three value are given. So first term कैसे बनेगा? तो फर्स्ट टर्म में आपको x0 को स्किप करना है. ठीक है, we'll prepare the formula for x0, y0, then after x1, y1 and x2, y2. Okay, so remaining two value, that is x1 and x2. Okay, so it will be x minus x1 and x minus x2. Okay, and denominator में आपको x0 को यूज करना है. ठीक है, and replace to the x. So x0 minus x1 and x0 minus x2 into the y0. Okay, that is the first term. And now in second term, consider the formula for x1, y1. So it will be x minus x0 and x minus x2. Okay, and divide by x1 minus x0 and x1 minus x2. Okay, into the y1. Okay, that is the second term. And then after third term, use now x2, y2. So it will be x minus x0 and x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x1, x2 minus x0 and x2 minus x1. Okay, into the y2. Okay, so first we'll prepare this formula. Okay, नाउ check वेरीफाई दिस फॉर्मूला की डिनोमीटर में कहीं पे जीरो नहीं आएगा. ठीक है, अगर कहीं पे जीरो आता है डिनोमीटर, ठीक है, 1/0 फॉर्म, x/0 फॉर्म, तो इट इज मिस्टेक. ओके, सो फर्स्ट वेरीफाई दिस फॉर्मूला. अगर कैलकुलेशन में कहीं पे डिनोमीटर जीरो होता है, ठीक है, तो देयर इज सम मिस्टेक. ओके, in this data, otherwise in this formula. Okay, so first verify this formula. Okay, and then after use this data in this formula. So data we have x0, that is the first value, x1, that is 9.5, x2, that is 11, y0 is a 2.1972. Okay, y1 is a 2.2513, and y2 is a 2.3979. Okay, so this value are given in this question. You can also mention the notation here if it is required. Okay, otherwise you can directly consider that first is x0, second is x1, third is x2. Okay, and that is a y0, y1 and y2. Okay, so this formula you have x minus x1, x minus x2, denominator, that is the x0 minus x1 and x0 minus x2 into the y0. Okay, so replace this value. So it will be x क्या है, ठीक है, that is a 9.2 that you have to predict. ठीक है, तो आपको find करना है, that will be our x 9.2, that is the value x. Okay, so use it here, and the first term will be 9.2 x minus x1 and x minus x2. So 9.2 minus 9.5 and 9.2 minus 11. Okay, denominator Now replace 9.2 by 9 means x0. Okay, x को x0 से replace करना है तो डिनोमिनेटर क्या बनेगा 9.2 की जगह आएगा 9 because x0 is equal to 9 we have, and here it is 9 minus 11. 9 minus 9.5, 9 minus 11 into the y0. So y0, that is a 2.1972. Okay, that is our first term. And now in second term, that is a 9.2 minus 9. Okay, x minus x0 and x minus x2. So it is 9.2 minus 9, 9.2 minus 11 divided by, now replace x by x1. So x1, that is a 9.5. So it is 9.5 minus 9, 9.5 minus 11, and the y1, that is a 2.2513. Okay, that is the second term. Now third term, that will be uh, x minus x0. So 9.2 minus 9 and 9.2 minus 9.5. Okay, and denominator will be, now 9.2 को replace करना 11 से, so 11 minus 9 and 11 minus 9.5. Okay, and into the y2. So y2 we have 2.3979. Okay, so just replace this whole value in this form, and now uh, simplify each term. Okay, there is two bracket are in numerator, two bracket are in denominator, then multiply 2.1972. So first find the answer of first term, then after second term, and then after third term. Okay, and you can directly solve it in calculator. Just use the bracket properly. Okay, in scientific calculator, and you can find the direct answer of this first term. Okay, then after direct answer of the second term and the third term, there is no any required to separate calculation. Means first we'll check the numerator, then after denominator, and then after check the division, multiply 2.1972, and so on. You can get this direct answer of this first part, then after second part, and then after third part. Use the bracket properly in the scientific calculator. You can easily check the answer of this part directly. Okay, so first is a 9.2 minus 9.5. So you can consider this type of formation in calci. Okay, just use the bracket, two bracket first. Okay, and in the inside define 9.2 minus 9.5 bracket over, then again next bracket, there is 9.2 minus 11. Okay, that is our numerator. So just type in this form, 9.2 minus 9.5 bracket over, then after second is a 9.2 minus 11. Okay, and then after consider the division sign. Okay, type the division. Clear? Divide, again use the bracket. Now denominator, so it is the 9.9 minus 9.5. Okay, and here 9 minus 11. Clear? Just type in this form, 9 minus 9.5. Okay, bracket over, and here it is the 9 minus 11. Clear? Again second bracket over. Okay, this bracket, ये जो bracket है यहाँ पे मैंने close किया है. Clear? And inside आपको जो भी value है वो fit करनी है. ठीक है, and then after press enter, you will get one answer, that is the 0.54. Okay, answer of this bracket is 0.54, and multiply with 2.1972. So multiply 2.1972, and that is equal to 1.18. Okay, answer of this final one, that is a 1.18648800. Okay, this answer you will get, and you can find this directly. ठीक है, एक ही बार आपको सिर्फ टाइप करना है. ठीक है, सेकंड में आपको सिर्फ वैल्यू एज चेंज करनी है. ठीक है, यू कैन मॉडिफाई दिस वैल्यू इन कैलकुलेटर आल्सो. इन साइंटिफिक कैलकुलेटर इज पॉसिबल. You just modify this value, remaining all this bracket will be as it is that, and you can get the direct answer. Okay, you can find within the. Okay, so first answer is 1.1865. Okay, you can just round off this value up to the 4 digit. So 88. Okay, that consider as a 65 form. Otherwise, you can consider the as it is 1. Okay, 1.186488. That is the correct form also. And now in second part, that is the uh, 9.2 minus 9. So again just replace. ठीक है, ये formation already type है आपके कैल्सी में. ठीक है, so 9.2 as it is that. Now in place of 9.5, just change the 9 here. Okay, here is 9.2 as it is, 11 as it is that. Divide 9 यहाँ पे change होगा. ठीक है, पूरा यहाँ पे आएगा 9.5 minus 9, and यहाँ पे होगा 9.5 minus 11. Okay, that is the form, and then press enter, you will get one answer. Multiply with the y1, that is the 2.2513, and you will get answer 1.0806. Okay, and then after third one, just replace 9.2 minus 9. Okay, यहाँ पे 9 आएगा, that is 9.2 minus in place of 11, that is 9.5. Okay, divide as it is here, और यहाँ पे पूरा चेंज होगा, ठीक है, because we just replace x by x0, x1, x2 and x3. Okay, so यहाँ पे होगा 11 minus 9 and that is 11 minus 9.5. Okay, press enter. Find answer of this part division. Okay, of 4 bracket, multiply 2.3979. Clear? You can also write multiplication 2.3979, and then after check the answer, you will get a negative answer. Okay, that is the यहाँ पे देखो 9.2 minus 9 है, ठीक है, so it is the positive one. 9.2 minus 9, so it is a positive value. Clear? और यहाँ पे 9.2 minus 9.5, so this 9.5 is a bigger value comparison to the 9.2. Clear? So यहाँ पे इसका प्रोडक्ट नेगेटिव होगा, ठीक है, so final output होगा नेगेटिव, so negative 0.0480, that is the answer for the third part. Okay, and then after add this all one. Clear? 1.1865 plus 1.0806 minus 0.0480, that is answer of uh, y of 9.2 means f of 9.2, and that is equal to 2.2191. Okay, the answer of the values, that is a 2.2191, and after you can also verify this answer it is a correct or not. Okay, just check this value, 9.2, so 9.2 are in between 9 and 9.5. Okay, the value is 9.2, that is in between 9 to 9.5, and what is the answer of 9? That is a 2.1972, that is answer of 9, and what is the answer of 9.5? That is a 2.2513. Okay, so your answer should be lies in between 2.19 to 2.25. ठीक है, आपका जो आंसर है वो क्या होना चाहिए, वो 2.19 और 2.25 के बीच में होना चाहिए. ठीक है, so here we get 2.21, so that is a correct form of the answer. Okay, 2.21, that is lies in between 2.19 to 2.25. Okay, so this way we can predict the intermediate value by using Lagrange interpolations formula, and data should be the unequally spaced. Okay, for unequally spaced data we can use this method. Clear? Here we cannot apply the Newton forward as well as Newton backward because we cannot find the suitable answers by using that one. Okay, but here we can predict one suitable solutions for unequally spaced data. Okay, so is it clear to all? Have you any query, any doubt? Now ask me. क्लियर? डेटा आर ऑलरेडी गिवन इन दिस एग्जांपल. ओके, आपको सिर्फ पहले फॉर्मूला डिफाइन करनी है. ठीक है, एज पर द डेटा हाउ मेनी डेटा आर गिवन, and as per the data will predict the formula. Right now the three values are given, so as per the three value first define the formula. ठीक है, ये three value के लिए formula है, and then after you can mention this notation if it is required. यहाँ पे आप x0 कह सकते हो, यहाँ पे x1, that is x2, then after y0, y1, y2 and so on if it is required. ठीक है, जो कंपलसरी नहीं है कि आपको यहाँ पे नोटेशन रिप्लेस करना है. ठीक है, यूज करना. And then after replace the value as per the formula from this table. Okay, and simplify in calculator. Okay, and then after वेरीफाई भी आपको करना है. ठीक है, आंसर सही है गलत वेरीफाई कैसे करना है कि ये आंसर है बाउंड्री के, इट शुड बी इनसाइड द बाउंड्री. ठीक है, बाउंड्री है हमारी 2.19 एंड 2.25, दैट इज लोअर बाउंड, दैट इज अपर बाउंड, बिकॉज 9.2 आर इन बिटवीन 9 to 9.5. ठीक है, तो आपका जो आंसर है 2.19 और 2.25 के बीच में रहना चाहिए. अगर हमें यहाँ पे आंसर मिलता है 2.35, okay, so that is incorrect answer for this data. Clear? That is incorrect answer for this data. Clear? So check each and every step again and then derive the suitable answer. So that is first example, and now let us take the second one. Here the values are
हेलो
given
सर.
that. Yes, yes, please ask.
सर इसमें से हमें एग्जैक्ट आंसर मिलता है.
No, no, we can find only approximate solutions by using any numerical method. Okay, that is interpolation
हाँ.
theory. In this roots of equations, we can find only approximate solution, approximate root. Okay, and when we discuss
ओके
the,
सर.
yes, In this next topic is the curve fitting, and then after in unit number 6, that is numerical differentiation and integration. There we can also find approximate answer only. Means by using any numerical technique, okay, we can find only approximate solutions. We cannot find any exact answer for the given data. Okay, so that is the first example, and now the second one is there. Find the values of y when x is equal to 10. Okay, from the following table, x is equal to 10, and here method is not mentioned. Okay, you can check this question. There is no any method is mentioned that you to apply Newton forward, Newton backward, Lagrange, and so on. But we will verify that, okay, which method is suitable, okay, which method is suitable, okay, for this data. So यहाँ पे data have 5, 6, 9, 11, okay. Then after we'll check this value, x is equal to 10 and so on, 5, 6, 9, 10. So if it is equally spaced data, then you have the two choice. One is the Newton forward and then after Newton backward, okay. And then after you can identify which value is given that, okay. And if it is nearer to starting, then Newton forward is suitable, and if it is nearer to ending, then Newton backward is suitable, okay. But right now the 5, 6, 9, 10, the values is given. Here difference of 5 to 6, that is a 1. Difference of 6 to 9, that is a 3. And difference of 9 to 11, okay. 11, 9, the difference is a 2, okay. So here not equally spaced data, means it is unequally spaced data. Here 1, 3, 2, that is difference is not the same, okay, between two consecutive terms. So for this case, we'll apply the Lagrange interpolation as well as Newton divided, okay. So here we know the Lagrange formula, clear. So we'll check this answer by using the Lagrange formula. ठीक है, x is equal to 10 is given there, and it is in between 9 to 11. ठीक है, तो आपका जो आंसर है वो 14 to 16 के बीच में रहना चाहिए. ठीक है, आपकी जो वैल्यू डिराइव होगी बाय यूजिंग द फॉर्मूला एंड प्रोसीजर एंड सो ऑन, इट शुड बी इन बिटवीन 14 to 16, क्योंकि 9 और 11 के बीच में होता है 10. ठीक है, so it should be in between 14 to 16. So first we'll write this formula. Okay, it's easy now for the 4 value, that is x0, it is x1, x2, x3. Okay, that is the y0, y1, y2, and y3. Okay, so first term we'll prepare for x0, y0. So यहाँ पे x0 को skip करना है numerator में and use this x0 in place of x. Okay, so x minus x1, x minus x2, x minus x3, and denominator will be x0 minus x1, x0 minus x2, x0 minus x3, okay, into the y0. Second term, skip the x1 and remaining 3 value, that is x0, x2, x3, and subtract it from the x. So x minus x0, x minus x2, x minus x3, and denominator now just replace x by x1. Okay, remaining all the data will be as it is, x minus x0, x minus x2, x minus x3 into the function value, that is y1. Okay, and third term it is for x2, y2. So skip x2 in the numerator. Okay, x minus x0, x minus x1, x minus x3, and use x2 now in place of the x. So x2 minus x0, x2 minus x1, x2 minus x3 into the y2, and last term is a for x3, y3. So skip x3 in numerator. So x minus x0, x minus x1, x minus x2. Okay, and now use the x3 in place of the x. So it is x3 minus x0, x3 minus x1, x3 minus x2 into the y3. ओके, तो पहले आपको ये फॉर्मूला लिखनी है यहाँ पे सॉल्यूशन में. ठीक है, एंड बाय यूजिंग दिस फॉर्मूला वी कैन डिराइव द आंसर. ओके, so this value are given. The formula by using Lagrange interpolation, that is the formula we have, clear. And these are the values, and you can mention the notation if it is required to you. Okay, you can say it is x0, y0, that is x1, y1, it is x2, y2. Okay, that is x3, y3. Okay, and now by using Lagrange formula f of x, that is equal to, now x that is equal to 10, we have to find the y at x is equal to 10. Okay, find the y at x is equal to 10 means you have to predict y of 10. Okay, otherwise you can say f of 10. Clear? So x is equal to 10 is given in the example. तो आपको 10 की वैल्यू प्रिडिक्ट करनी. ठीक है, so x is equal to 10, so it will be a 10 minus 6, 10 minus 9, 10 minus 11. ठीक है, that is x1, x2, x3. So 10 minus 6, 10 minus 9, 10 minus 11. ठीक है, and now denominator में 10 को रिप्लेस करना है x0 से. ठीक है, तो x0 क्या है 5, तो यहाँ पे होगा 5 - 6, 5 - 9, 5 - 11, ठीक है, इनटू द 12। डिनोमीटर में कभी भी जीरो नहीं डिफाइन होगा, ठीक है, कोई भी टू वैल्यू का डिफरेंस जीरो नहीं आएगा, ठीक है, ये आपको ध्यान में रखना है इस टेस्ट में, क्योंकि 1/0, ठीक है, होता है इंफिनिटी। वी कैन नॉट फाइंड इनफाइनाइट आंसर एज ए इंटरमीडिएट वैल्यू, ठीक है। तो डिनोमीटर में कोई भी वैल्यू जीरो नहीं होगी, ठीक है, मीन्स देयर इज नो सच जीरो एज द डिफरेंस ऑफ एनी ब्रैकेट, क्लियर। ये आपको ध्यान में रखना है, कभी भी जीरो नहीं डिफाइन होगा। अगर जीरो डिफाइन होता है तो आपने कहीं पे मिस्टेक की है, ठीक है, कोई वैल्यू आपने गलत रिप्लेस किया तो कोई डेटा ही गलत, ठीक है। तो फर्स्ट वेरीफाई दिस फॉर्म, ओके, एंड देन replace the value. And now next term, that is for 6 को स्किप करना है, तो रिमेनिंग कितने वैल्यू है, 5 9 11। सो 10 - 5, 10 - 9, 10 - 11, ठीक है। और डिनोमीटर में 10 को रिप्लेस करना है x1 से, सो x1 है 6, तो 6 - 5, 6 - 9, 6 - 11, ठीक है, into the 13, 13 is the y1। Now third term is for the 9, okay, 9 14। So it is a 10 - 5, 10 - 6, 10 - 11, and denominator में 10 को replace करना है 9 से, so 9 - 5, 9 - 6 and 9 - 11 into the 14, okay, that is the y2। And then last term, that is 10 - 5, 11 को skip करना है, so 10 - 5, 10 - 6, 10 - 9, and now use the 11 in place of 10 in the numerator, so 11 - 5, 11 - 6, 11 - 9 into the 60, clear। And then after solve each term, okay, one by one, clear, and then check the answer, clear। You can also solve it directly because it is a perfect value is here, okay। The perfect answer will get 10 - 6, that is a 4, here it is 10 - 9, it is a 1, 10 - 11, that is a -1, okay, that is the -1 you will get. Here it is a 5 - 6, that is also -1, 5 - 9, that is the -4, and 5 - 11, that is the -6, okay। So now in numerator, that is the -4, okay, product क्या होगा, 4 into 1 into -1, clear, so it is equal to -4। और यहाँ पे क्या होगा, there are 3 negative sign, ओके, 3 नेगेटिव साइन का प्रोडक्ट क्या होता है, नेगेटिव आएगा, ठीक है, -1 into -4 into -6, तो -24 हुआ, ठीक है, और प्रोडक्ट में क्या है, 12, सो माइनस माइनस प्लस, ओके, एंड 12 इन डिवाइड बाई 24, तो यहाँ पे होगा 2, यहाँ पे 12 निकल जाएगा, और 4/2, सो 4/2 का आंसर क्या होता है, दैट इज द 2, क्लियर। सो फर्स्ट आंसर ऑफ द फर्स्ट पार्ट मीन्स आंसर ऑफ द फर्स्ट पार्ट, दैट इज द 2, ओके। एंड नाउ सिमिलरली चेक द सेकंड वन, so 10 - 5, that is a 5, 10 - 9, that is a 1, and 10 - 11, that is -1, okay, and here it is a 6 - 5, that is a 1, 6 - 9, that is -3, and 6 - 11, that is the minus of 5, okay, into the 13, so numerator में होगा -5, 5 into 1 into -1, that is -5, and denominator होगा, that is a पॉजिटिव, क्योंकि यहाँ पे 1 है और इन दोनों का प्रोडक्ट होगा पॉजिटिव, ओके, 5 -3 into -5, that is a 15, clear, into the 13, so check this answer, 5/15 into the 13, okay, that will be negative 5 into 13 divide by a 15, clear, so it will be 4.333 and so on, okay, this answer you will get, and that is the negative, okay, because यहाँ पे एक ही साइन नेगेटिव, यहाँ पे दोनों जगह पे नेगेटिव, ठीक है। That is answer of second one, and now third one, that is the 10 - 5, that is a 5, 10 - 6, that is a 4, and 10 - 11, that is -1, 9 - 5 is a 4, 9 - 6 it is a 3, and 9 - 11, that is a -2, clear। So product of the numerator, that is -20, यहाँ पे होगा 5 into 4 into -1, that is -20, denominator होगा 4 into 3 into -3, so that will be -24, clear, into the 40, और यहाँ पे दोनों जगह पे नेगेटिव साइन, सो इट विल बी रिमूव 20/24 into 40, okay, 20 divide by 24 into the 14, and that is equal to 11.666 and so on, okay, so it is positive answer you will get। And now the last one, that is also the positive answer, let us check, so 10 - 5 it is a 5, 10 - 6 it is a 4, 10 - 9 it is a 1, so numerator होगा 20, और यहाँ पे होगा 6, यहाँ पे होगा 5, ओके, यहाँ पे होगा 2, क्लियर, so 6 into 5, 30 into 2, 60, clear, into the 16. So 20 by 16 into 16, okay, 20 by 16 into the 16. So it is equal to 5.333 and so on. Okay, so this answer will get. And now check the last one. Add all this term. So 11 plus 5 plus minus 4 plus 2. Okay, so that will be a 14.666 and so on. Okay, so this answer you will get is a value of y of 10. Okay, this is the values of y of 10 as per the data. Okay, and now you can verify this answer. Y of 10 means 10 lies in between 9 to 11. Okay, और 9 का आंसर है 14, that is already given in this question, and answer of 11 that is a 16. So आपका जो आंसर है वो 14 और 16 के बीच में रहना चाहिए. ठीक है, आपका आंसर, the answer should be lies in between 14 to 16, and here we get 14.666 and so on. So that is in between 14 to 16. ठीक है, if you get answer here 18.999, so it is a wrong answer. Okay, if you get here 17.2323 and so on, so it is also wrong answer. Clear? तो आपका जो आंसर है वो इस बाउंड्री में रहना चाहिए, मींस इट शुड बी इन बिटवीन 14 to 16. Clear? So is it clear to all? Have you any query, any doubt in any step? ठीक है, that is for 4 variable. फर्स्ट एग्जांपल था 3 वेरिएबल के लिए. नाउ ऑल ऑफ यू ट्राई दिस वन. Find the values of y when x is equal to 2 from the following table, that is -1, 0, 1 and 3. Okay, there is a 2, 1, 0 and -1. This value are given that, and find the answer of x is equal to 2 by using suitable interpolation. And here suitable interpolation होगा Lagrange interpolation method, क्योंकि ये जो डिफरेंस है वो इक्वल नहीं है. ठीक है, so use Lagrange interpolation formula to predict the answer. Okay, so first write a formula in your book. Clear? First prepare it by yourself and then use this value in the formula. Try it by yourself. If you have any doubt, any query, you can ask me. Okay, first try it by yourself. It's very easy. The value are very easy here. Okay, -1, 0, 1, 3, 2, 1, 0, -1. Okay. Okay, use this formula there. Okay, first write this formula. Okay, and then after replace the value as per the formula. You can mention the notations here if it is required. It is x0, x1, x2, x3. Okay, first we'll start value x0. After x1, so it is the y1, it is the y2, y3, and y4. Okay, so this formula we have, that is the Lagrange interpolations. Now replace the value. Okay, and check each step. Multiply y0 to the first term, y1 to the second one, y2 to the third one, and y3 to the fourth one. Okay, and then add the total. Yeah, answer is a negative 0.75. Okay. Yeah, all of you get the same answer. Is there any another answer there? Chintan, Ayush, Ansuri, Dev, are you trying or not? Daniel, Nathans, Madhvan. Okay. So this data are given -1 0 1 3. Okay. 2 1 0 -1. And as per the formula, uh, here it is y2 is 0 is given there. Okay. तो ये जो पूरा स्टेप है वो 0 हो जाएगा. ठीक है, बिकॉज द प्रोडक्ट इज 0 है. ओके, सो इट विल बी 0. आपको सिर्फ 3 स्टेप सिंप्लीफाई करने हैं. तो फर्स्ट आंसर आएगा 1/2. ठीक है, जस्ट कंसिडर 0.5 ऑल्सो ये. देन सेकंड का आंसर आएगा -1. ओके, द सेकंड पार्ट विल गेट -1 और जो लास्ट पार्ट है, ठीक है, यू विल गेट अ 4, सॉरी 1/4. that is a negative also, so it is a -1/4. Okay, and then after simplify it, 0.5 -1 -1.1/4, so it will be negative 0.75. Okay, and here it is a correct one. Why it is a correct one? Because 1 की वैल्यू क्या है? ठीक है, when x is equal to 1, y is 0. Okay, और व्हाट इज द वैल्यूज फॉर x इज इक्वल टू 3, दैट इज -1, और 2 आता है 1 और 3 के बीच में, ठीक है, 2 is in between 1 and 3, so answer should be lies in between 0 to -1. आपका जो आंसर है वो 0 और -1 के बीच में रहना चाहिए, ठीक है, and that is 0.75, that is in between 0 to -1. Okay, so that is the correct form of the answer. Okay, so we'll keep up to this and we'll solve some more example related to this method in the next